Hi, I'm Jonathan Whitman, the CEO of PMM. Before entering the crypto world, I had a long history of research and participating in financial engineering and financial infrastructure. In the traditional financial system, I have seen highly sophisticated pricing models, risk control systems, and clearing mechanisms. But I also clearly realized that the stability of these systems is not because the predictions are accurate enough, but because the rules are designed to be rigorous enough and effective enough in the long term. Before I began develop deeper into decentralized finance in DeFi, I discovered a recurring problem. The vast majority of DeFi projects haven't truly addressed institutional sustainability. They rely on sentiment, growth expectations, and even human intervention to maintain a semblance of stability. This is not the proper form of financial engineering. I was against this backdrop that the PMM was proposed. PMM is not about creating a smart trading system, but about building an on-chain system that can still operate in the long term without prediction, manipulation, or even human management. At PMM, we don't try to judge whether the market is right or wrong, nor do we attempt to control the behavior of the participants. We only do one thing, standing from the underlying rules. We review how sky prices are formed and how the value is accumulated. At its core, PMM is a system-level design approach. We encapsulated the minting of sky liquidity, return flow, burning, and time variables into the immutable smart contracts, giving the system a self-reinforced capability. In this structure, individual actions are no longer a source of risk, but rather part of the system evolution. This incorporates the market microstructure theory from financial engineering and the design principle of no single point of failure in distributed systems. And PMM does not rely on a long-term experience of a team, not only in centralized decision making. It only relies on the correct execution of the rules. From a technical perspective, the PMM is a high modular and variable on-chain system. And from an institutional perspective, it's more like a financial construction written into the blockchain. I firmly believe that a truly viable financial system should not only be built in promises, but on time, on rules, and in reverse execution. The long-term goal of PMM is to become a reusable institutional paradigm that can be understood and accepted by different ecosystems. If you agree with the idea that the system rather than the individual should bear responsibility, that rules rather than emotions should determine outcome, and that the time should be an ally of the value, then PMM is a system worth your long-term participation and observation. I invite everyone to invest into the next generation of structured and rule-based crypto value. To gain the PMM community, we are building more than just a project or a mechanism. We are constructing a long-term manipulative and faith-based on-chain system. Here, every participation is part of the rules. Every contribution is written into the system itself. And value rises naturally within the framework of the rules, independent of emotion. If you want to be part of this revolution, join us in the usher a new era of on-chain value finance. Witness how a truly sustainable on-chain economic system can unleash its full value and build a more open, secure, and peaceful world.